Hey there, YouTubes. A couple of months ago, it was proposed by ZOMGitsCriss that we ought to create a religion and something other than the flying spaghetti monster. You know what? I'm a proud Pastafarian. I say ramen to that. But it got me thinking, what do most religions have in common? A lot of them have rules to live by. A lot of them have seasonal celebrations and ceremony. But other than that, religions vary quite a bit. You have polytheistic religions, monotheistic religions, technically polytheistic, though their poly is still one. You have Eastern religions that you don't even necessarily need to believe in a deity in order to be a part of. You just kind of have to follow their philosophies. So, I don't know what to call it, but I came up with a few ideas. Like, I don't know, a basic code of conduct, a version of the 10 Commandments, or 8 I'd really rather you didn't. Some holidays, and a ritual. So, idea to live by, not a commandment, an idea to live by. We are all equal. No matter what your sex, gender identity, race, ethnicity, background, sexual orientation, social class, nation of origin, race, educational background, physical or mental ability, and even for those who don't practice our religion, they're equal too. If we all treat each other as equals, then we'll see each other as equals. And if we're all equals, then that gets rid of a lot of the stratification that is seen in Western religions. That, oh, we're better than them. No! According to our new religion, nobody's better than each other. We are all equal. Because you know what? We're all people. And all people make mistakes. So you can't really look at somebody and say, hey, you're bad. Number 2, respect others. Be nice. Remember, we are all connected to each other. Be it your favorite coffee maker down the street who gets you your morning cup of joe, or be it the oil driller in Arabia. You know what? If the barista, my coffee maker, wasn't there, I wouldn't be able to get my morning cup of joe. And I wouldn't be as happy. And if I wasn't there, then that person wouldn't have a job, possibly. And so forth and so on. Or if that oil driller in Arabia wasn't there, I might not be able to fill my car for his Jeep. And we all rely on each other. If you take a minute to think about it, we're connected to every other freaking person on the world. It might be through a whole lot of stages, but we're still connected to them. And that's amazing. So we ought to treat each other with respect because we need each other. Number 3, your body is your own. Link number 1 below. Body anonymity. Your body is your own. And for minors, your guardians have a special duty to take your thoughts into consideration when making decisions for you, and also to fully explain what's going on. So your body is your own, unless you're a minor according to the state or nation you live in, and in that case your guardian has that special responsibility to take care of you and to listen to you, according to our new religion. And again, check out the video on body anonymity as linked below. If it involves another person, it has to be consensual. Yeah, you know what? This 4th idea to live by kind of reemphasizes number 3 and number 2. But if stuff is consensual, be it your buddy smacking you in the face, or be it something in the bedroom, or you consenting to take on a dirty job, it's consensual. You consent to it. Therefore you knowingly and that person who employs you, or that person who you are partaking in this event with, fully understands that you know and that you want to, or that you are willing to. So keep things consensual. Number 4. Number 5, live within your means. How is this too hard? And I'm surprised that this hasn't made it into any other 10 Commandments. Rules to live by. Number 5, like I just said, live within your means. If you can't afford it, don't do it. And in the same vein, live on a budget. For crying out loud, that's part of what's causing the recent economic collapse is people living beyond their means, people living way too much on credit and not enough on saving up for it. And if you want a video about how to live cheaply, check out the link below. It might take longer to get there, but you'll get there eventually. And you won't have to go into debt, and you won't have to end up paying way more for it if you save up for something rather than buy it on credit and then have to pay off your credit, and that gets really messy. Hence why if you save up for it and you live within your means rather than living way expensive and then having to worry and have big headaches as well as pay massive amounts of interest, it's just better to live modestly. Number 6. Question everything. As somebody who you could probably consider to be a prophet according to our new religion, Bionic Dance would say, don't run on automatic. If something doesn't seem right, if something just, I don't know, if there's just something out there that just doesn't seem right, think about it, question it, research it, come up with your own conclusions about it. Because you know what, running on automatic, as Bionic Dance would say, that's just not a good thing. Like, if you don't question your world, how will you learn? And by learning, we can explore new avenues and we can come up with new ideas. It's a very powerful and positive experience. And number 7, live eco-friendly. It's not that hard. Living eco-friendly is not that hard. Links below if you need them. Be it recycling your cans and bottles, using energy-efficient light bulbs, and energy-efficient appliances, unplugging stuff that doesn't need to be left in all day. Obviously you don't want to unplug your refrigerator, but your hairdryer or any electronics that you're not using at the moment, unplug them. Why not? It cuts a few pennies off your electric bill. And not to mention, that's more power on the grid and that you're not using, and that could be going somewhere else, so that they don't have to generate all those extra amps. Another thing that could go along with this is just being smarter about how you treat the earth. Like, instead of getting a bunch of those plastic grocery bags, get some reusable ones and use those more often. What I like to do is actually keep my shopping list with my reusable grocery bags, so I have both of them. And also like using stuff like vinegar and baking soda to clean your home, like the video below talks about. So, we have our 7 rules to live by. What else? How about some celebrations? Those are always fun. So, for our new religion, I proposed Spring Festival. A time to celebrate birth, planting, and the spring in general. This would take place somewhere in April, and what would you do? Get together with family and friends and feast and have a party. And always give to those less fortunate. Donate some food, donate some time, donate some energy, and help out those less fortunate. Summer Festival, a time to celebrate life, growth, freedom, equality. This would happen around July, and again, a time to get together with family and friends and have a party, have a blast, feast, take care of each other, hang out and have fun. And you know what? Give to those less fortunate. Be it your food, be it food, money, energy, or time. Take care of each other, you know? Fall Festival, a time to celebrate death, a time to celebrate the harvest and history. Again, like with Spring and Summer Festival, a time to celebrate with family and friends and to give to those less fortunate. But additionally, this is also a time to speak the names of the dead, to remember, to mourn, to think about those who've passed on this year and the previous years, to think about them. And of course, to get ready for winter. Important time. Now obviously, if you live in the southern hemisphere, you'd be celebrating spring, so naturally you could celebrate Spring Festival in October and Fall Festival in April, just depending on where you live. And of course, Winter Festival, a time of family and friends, a time of community and traditions. Same as summer, spring, and fall, time to have a good time with your family and friends, and feast and party, and of course give to those less fortunate than you. Be it, again, your food, your time, your money. Plus a time of gift giving, and to make plans and goals for the coming year. Basically another generic form of Christmas. I love how that word has been, to put it as very Blastwood, N-worded. Because you know what? Christmas is a generic holiday. Hell, why don't we call it Christmas? In our new religion, we will have Christmas. But not to celebrate the birth of Emmanuel of Nazareth, but just to celebrate family, friends, community, and traditions. Another excuse to get together with your family. And with all these celebrations and partying, why don't we establish at least one ritual? Because you know what? Most religions have rituals, so let's establish one. Well, why don't we make it simple? How about just a toast? So, with whatever beverage you happen to have handy, be it water, wine, coffee, or beer, or whatever you like to drink, zu meine Familiar, zu deine Familiar, zu unser Familiar. And if you don't happen to speak German, to my family, to your family, to our family. A couple ideas. I'd be curious to know what you guys think. Peace out.